Welcome to the channel. Before you spend that old quarter, stop, it might be the rare one everyone is searching for. One single coin could pay your rent, your bills, or even your next vacation. Stick around to find out which one. Thanks for watching. Rare 1. Welcome back, my treasure hunters, collectors, history lovers, and everyone who knows that sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest stories. Today, settle in, because we're going on a journey inside a coin that millions of people have spent, yet only a tiny percentage have truly understood. We're talking about the United States Washington quarter from the year 1980, proudly carrying that famous P Mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint. And trust me, this is not just another quarter. This is a coin with a story, a coin with secrets, and maybe, just maybe, a coin hiding a fortune in plain sight. Let's set the stage. It's 1980. A new decade begins. Technology is changing, America is shifting, and the Philadelphia Mint is working day and night. But something special happens that year. For the very first time in U.S. history, the Philadelphia Mint decides to place its mint mark on the quarter. Before 1980, Philadelphia coins usually had no mint mark at all. But this year is different. For the first time ever, that tiny letter P appears, marking a new chapter in American coinage. That tiny detail makes the 1980 P quarter more meaningful than people realize. It represents the start of a new standard. Now, let's talk numbers. Over 600 million of these coins were minted, more than enough to make it seem common. But that's where collectors know better. See, quantity doesn't tell the whole story. Condition, survival, quality control, and mint errors are what truly create rarity. And when you mix all those together, suddenly this simple quarter becomes a thrilling treasure hunt. Imagine this, a coin fresh from the mint, untouched, sharp details, glowing luster. A coin that somehow escaped decades of pockets, purses, vending machines, and cash registers. A coin that avoided scratches, dings, and circulation wear. If you find one of these in high mint state condition, especially those with a grade of 65, 66, or the extremely rare 67, you may be holding something collectors fight hard to own. In fact, coins graded 66 have sold for more than $300, while coins graded 67 have brought nearly $400 at auction. But wait, that's just the beginning. The real magic happens when we get into mint errors. Because error coins are where the value can skyrocket. Picture your 1980 P quarter with a dramatic off-center strike, where part of the design is shifted and the rim looks like it's sliding off. Or think of a coin that's missing one of its metal layers, revealing that raw copper core underneath, glowing like a bronze relic. Some coins appear with clipped planchets, where a small curved slice looks like it was bitten off before minting. Others show broad strikes, double dies, or filled mint marks. These aren't mistakes you see every day, and collectors absolutely love them. Error coins can turn that 25-cent piece into something worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars when rare enough. And because every mint error is unique, your coin might be one of a kind. That's the thrill of coin collecting. Every drawer, every jar, every forgotten pocket is a mystery waiting to be solved. So if you have a 1980 P quarter, don't ignore it. Don't toss it aside. Study it closely under good light. Look at Washington's profile. Inspect the lettering. Examine the rim and the edge. Look for natural mint luster. Every detail matters. And especially watch for anything that looks strange, unusual, off-center, missing, doubled, or out of place. That is where value hides. For most circulated 1980 P quarters, the value stays around face value, just 25 cents. But the rare ones, the high-grade survivors, and the dramatic mint errors, those are the coins that collectors gladly pay real money for. Auctions have proven it again and again. Even modern quarters can shock you with their value. So check your change, dig in your coin jars, look through old drawers, ask your parents or grandparents if they have old rolls of quarters hidden away. You never know where the next treasure might be. If you enjoyed this deep dive into a coin that looks ordinary but holds extraordinary potential, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications so you never miss another hidden treasure episode. And tell me in the comments, have you ever found a strange 1980p quarter? Any errors? Any perfect condition coins? I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for staying till the end. Keep your eyes sharp, keep your hopes high, and as always, keep collecting. I'll see you in the next hunt. Rare 2. Today we're going on a journey through time, holding in our hands the 1965 Washington quarter, a coin that seems everyday to most people, but hides stories that make collectors sit up and take notice. At first glance, it's just a quarter, made of copper nickel clad, with George Washington's portrait on the front and the eagle on the back, but dig a little deeper, and you may find a coin that's worth far more than 25 cents. Back in 1965, the U.S. Mint was transitioning fully from silver to the copper nickel clad composition, and millions of these quarters were stamped out. That means most of them in circulation are common, ordinary, and only worth their face value. But, and this is where it gets exciting, a tiny handful of 1965 quarters were struck on leftover 90% silver planchets, the same blanks used for 1964 silver quarters. Those mistakes make these particular coins incredibly rare and valuable. U.S. coins value +2 coin week +2 for the typical clad version. Most circulated coins are worth just 25 cents. But if you find one in mint condition, crisp, uncirculated, with clean surfaces, the value starts to climb. Grade MS-65 coins might go for around $10, while very high-graded mint-state examples can fetch more. Our 3Ps +2 coins and collections +2 now, collectors get really excited when they spot errors, because this year had several. One of the most famous is the double die obverse, DDO. On these quarters, you can see doubling in parts of the design, the words, Liberty, or, In God We Trust. Even the date, 1965, might look like it was struck twice, slightly offset. Nickel USA coin +2 Coleccionistas de Monedas +2 depending on the severity and grade, these DDO coins can be worth from a few hundred up to a few $1,000s. Coleccionistas de Monedas +2 1965 quarter value +2 Then there are off-center strike errors, where the die wasn't perfectly aligned, so part of Washington or the eagle appears cut off or shifted. Coins with significant off-center misalignment can be extremely collectible, especially if the date is still visible. Coleccionistas de Monedas Some of the wildest mistakes involve planchet mix-ups, a 1965 quarter struck on a dime planchet, or even on a penny planchet. That's not just a design oddity, it's a completely wrong blank. Jacqueline Stallone +2 coins and collections +2 Those are rare, and when they show up, collectors go nuts. Now, let's talk about the super rare silver ones. A few 1965 quarters were struck on silver blanks, and one MS-62 example of that sold for about $16,800 at auction. Jacqueline Stallone That's the kind of figure that makes coin lovers' hearts race, and for good reason. These transitional silver quarters are among the most valuable 1965 errors. Gainesville coins +2 coin week +2 Another auction example. A silver-struck 1965 quarter graded -58 Australian dollars reached around $14,687.50. Coin week beyond silver, other error types have seen big numbers too. A fully double die error, FS 101, in a very good grade might be worth up to $1,000 or more. Nickel USA coin off-center strikes can trade for hundreds, depending on how off-center they are. 1965 quarter value Even very weird planchet error coins, like one struck on dime or penny blanks, have fetched thousands. Jacqueline Stallone +1 So, if you're holding a 1965 Washington quarter, don't just toss it in your change jar. Look closely at the edge. Is it coppery, clad, or all silver colored, possible silver? If it feels heavier than normal, that could be a red flag or silver flag. Check the lettering for doubling, and inspect for off-center strikes or weird shapes. Even if you don't find an error, a high-grade, uncirculated 1965 quarter could still be more valuable than you think. For lovers of coins and history, the 1965 quarter is a bridge between eras. It's common yet full of mystery, ordinary yet occasionally extraordinary. That contrast is what makes it endlessly fascinating. That if you enjoyed this little treasure hunt, and want more videos decoding coin mysteries, don't forget to hit subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and stay tuned for the next deep dive, because you never know what rare gem might be hiding in your pocket change. Rare 3. Imagine holding a coin that has traveled through decades of pockets, stores, roads, and history, yet still has a secret value that only a true coin lover would notice. Today we dive deep into the story of the 1990 Washington quarter from the Denver Mint, a coin millions of Americans have spent without a second thought, but one that can surprise collectors when the right era or condition appears. Let's slow down, look closely, and enjoy every detail, because this simple pocket coin has more to reveal than most people expect. The 1990 quarter was minted in massive quantities, over 927 million pieces, making it seem common. But that's what makes the hunt exciting. In a sea of ordinary coins, a few stand out like hidden treasure. Collectors don't just look for shiny coins. They search for the odd ones, the misstruck pieces, the unexpected doubling, the off-center designs, and the tiny minting accidents that turn a basic quarter into a collectible. Picture this: you flip over a quarter, the light hits Washington's portrait, and suddenly you notice the date looks doubled, or the letters appear slightly shadowed. That could be a double die obverse. Or maybe the eagle on the reverse sits just a bit off from where it should be, an off-center strike. Some quarters show a die clash, where faint outlines of the opposite design appear like ghost images across the surface. These errors don't just add character, they add value. And when combined with strong mint luster, sharp details, and uncirculated surfaces, the prices climb even higher. Condition plays a huge role. Most 1990 quarters spent decades jangling in pockets and drawers, so circulated examples are worth only their face value. But uncirculated coins with crisp lettering, defined feather details on the eagle, and nowhere on Washington's hair can jump quickly in desirability. The real stars are the higher-grade mint state coins certified by grading services. These are the coins with nearly flawless surfaces, the ones collectors compete for. Auction results prove this. A mint state 66 1990 quarter sold for about $11. A higher grade, mint state 67, sold for around $48. And the standout example, a mint state 68, almost perfect, with brilliant luster, reached over $646 at auction. That is the same quarter you might still find in your pocket today, but in the right condition, it becomes a premium collectible worth hundreds. For collectors, the fun is in the details. Look for a centered strike, strong rims, bold lines, and that unmistakable mint luster. Look for errors, doubling on the date, misalignment, ghost impressions, or odd shifts in the lettering. Every unusual feature is a clue that your quarter could be special. So next time you search through your change, don't rush. That 1990 quarter could be an ordinary coin, or it could be the one with the story, the error, the grade, or the beauty that makes collectors lean in and say, now that is something. And if you enjoy learning about the hidden value of everyday coins, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join the hunt. Your next rare find might already be in your pocket.